The person who exposed Buhari's drafted speech has been caught, Femi Adesina said. Femi Adesina, special advisor to President Muhammad Buhari on media and publicity, says the person who leaked the draft speech of the president hours to his last nationwide broadcast has been caught. Buhari had addressed the nation on Monday, extending the lockdown in Abuja, Lagos, and Ogun by a week. He also commended health workers on the front line of the battle against COVID 19 and adopted some of the recommendations of governors about the pandemic. Among the recommendations he listed for implementation are use of face masks in public, restriction of interstate movement, and imposition of dusk to dawn curfew. A version full of errors circulated on social media at least 4 hours before the president eventually read what was different in some ways from the draft. In a piece entitled Enemies of the State, Adesina said the individual who leaked the memo had been traced and is now paying for his evil action. President Muhammad Buhari was to broadcast to the country by 8 p.m. to give an update on the battle against COVID 19 and what becomes of the lockdown that had lasted 4 weeks, particularly in the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos, Ogun State. Kano was also a point of heavy interest with strange deaths ravaging the state. Was it COVID 19 or not? Additional wrote. As the country waited for the president with great expectations, a purported copy of the broadcast began to circulate on social media from about 4 p.m. Who do not need. I took a look at the circulating document, and within 1 minute, I knew that it was a rogue copy. What immediately gave it away was the paragraphing that it came out with. It was completely different from the one I had been part of producing and which had been recorded for broadcast by the president. If the person that leaked the unedited draft of the broadcast had access to more sensitive national documents, he would do the same thing. If he cottons on information that could sell Nigerian to the enemy, he would gladly do it. Thou art in the midst of fools. Watch and pray. Igbo people speak of the proverbial lizard that ruined his own mother's funeral. That was what the hidden hostile hand did. But he forgot that in these days of technology, almost everything leaves a trail. Before the end of that evening, computer evidence had narrowed down the suspect and he was already answering for his evil action. Thank you for listening to this news. This is funny. Aso Rock is not safe. You will believe me when I say so. Aso Rock is not safe. No matter what Femi Adesina we say, it's not safe. If someone can easily slip out a copy of the of a drafted speech of the president, it means that it's not safe. It's not safe. It means that even Femi Adesina himself is not safe. You're not safe. The president is not safe. You can see what Martin Nnamdi Kanu really mean when he said that when he said that Aso Rock is empty and naked. It's not wrong in that statement. That is the fact, and that is the reality. Everything that statement has a lot in it. That statement is loaded. Is loaded. You know, the Aso Rock is exposed. Is there that members, people, residents in Aso Rock are not safe? You know, in fact, a lot of things are in that statement. So I would say that at least this one should teach the presidency a lesson, to let him know that the 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 Aso Villa is not safe one bit. It's not safe one bit. So they need to do something about it. They need to do something about it. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more or less like a prophet, but they keep turning down um, everything that he says. Everything he says to them. You understand? Until we start taking Nnamdi Kanu's words seriously, we will continue to be in the dark. He said that Buhari's first broadcast was not original, but nobody believed him. He said cabals were in charge of the zoo. Nobody believed him. He said Real Buhari is dead. Nobody believed him. Let's keep watching. The unfolding of this endless drama will surely come to pass. Is it not gradually getting unfolding? Everything is exposing gradually. You can see what happened in the case of the late chief of staff. That is how it's still going to happen in the case of the president. You know, Kemi Ololoye is showing herself, her own self now, and everything is unfolding. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Um, if he learns to speak from, uh, but meanwhile, if you look at what the person that sleep that draft away, somehow will say that is good. Is good. Maybe because that person was paid to deny him of that draft so that he will learn to speak from his heart. So it's good. If he learns to speak from his heart, nobody will not will no nobody will not will know what he wishes. Nobody will know what he wishes to say, since he decided to read from printed paper. Duplicates of it must always fly around. It's just like an examination that that is about to go to take place, and before you know it, um, a copy of that paper start flying out. He is being mocked by his own group because of his method of delivering speech.